Hello, Shay here. How is everybody? Welcome to this week's Whip and Chat. WIP stands for Work in Progress. And my name is Shay, as you can tell from the channel name. So thank y'all for being here. If you're new, welcome. And if you're back again, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to diamond paint today. So y'all pull out whatever you want to do. If you're crafting on something or running errands or getting stuff done, just let me hang out with you. Normally go for about an hour, so we'll see what we can get through today. And I'll just kind of cover everything that I'm doing today, what I'm going to be working on, and then we'll talk about some diamond painting stuff and then probably some personal stuff, my personal life. So yeah, but before we do all that, I just want to let y'all know that I really want to know how you are. So let me know how you are and how you're doing, what you did during this video. Love to hear about what y'all are up to. I also treat these Whip and Chats as almost, when I listen to other folks, I treat them as almost like a podcast, like an audiobook. Sometimes I'm, cleaning up a room or doing this or that or chores. So yeah, let me know what you're up to and how you guys are. I also see these as like sitting down with a friend and having coffee once a week and just kind of catching up on what's been going on since the last time we chatted. So yeah, let's get to it. Okay, so the diamond painting I'm going to be working on today is from Craftibly. And if you are not aware, I am an affiliate with Craftibly. So if you like this painting or anything else they have, definitely go check them out. I'll have it linked down in the description. I'll have everything linked that I'm using today. But this is a mermaid. Let me remember the exact name. It's just called Mermaid 2. And it's licensed artwork by Lisa Marino. And it is what does it say? Does it say here the size? I think it's a 12 by 12, I believe. Yes, a 12 by 18 in inches. I'll pop up a picture on the screen since I'm kind of zoomed in for y'all. I'll pop up a picture of what she looks like. I only have 2 more rows to go, so she's not very big. I wanted to kind of do a small one this week, and I'll kind of talk about that in a second, why I'm working on something different than I was working on last week. Because typically when you watch my Whip and Chats, I'll have the same painting going for about a month normally. That's about how long they normally take me, 4 to 5 weeks, if they're a good size. And I was working on one last week, so we'll talk about that in a sec. Let's see, what else do I have here? So that's my diamond painting from Craftibly, and my pen. Check this pen out, you guys. Oh, you probably can't see it. There we go. I'll put it under the light. I got this pen from a friend. This is from Cindy Schwinn. She is awesome. One of my subscribers here. She gifted this beautiful pen. It's got the shells in there, the gold, the blue. So I thought it'd be perfect. It's got almost like the waves crashing up. I just thought it'd be cool for this painting. Where did she get this? I think she got this from Custom Pens by Cheryl. She has an Etsy shop. I think that's her name. I'll double check, but I think that's where she got it, and I'll list it down below, but I can just stare at this. I love all the shells in there. It's so pretty. And then my tray is from Bella Art Day Nicole. It does come with a lid and a stopper, but I don't use either one. So that's that. And then my Coverminder, this was made by, I'm really a mermaid. This was made by my friend Jenny, the Uncrafty Crafter. She does have an Etsy shop, and I don't think she ever sold this. I think it was just something she made for me. I think it's a patch that she put a magnet on for me. But yeah, she has an Etsy shop called Oh Snap Crafters Cafe. So I'll have her link down below. But that's just holding back my plastic. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to flip my painting upside down because I'm on the opposite end. So, but I didn't want to turn it around until I kind of showed y'all, a little bit of what it looked like. But she's really pretty. There are 2, let me see, 1, 2, yeah, there's 2 rhinestones. So you've got some beautiful rhinestones in here, this pink, and then her tail right here, you've got this yellow. Because Craftibly does offer in a lot of their round paintings, they do have rhinestones, rounds and rhinestones. And for my storage container, I am using Elizabeth Ward storage container. And yep, got everything in here. There's 41 colors. Like I said, 3 rhinestones, take that back, 4. Y'all, there's 4 rhinestones, wow. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 ABs. So for just a little painting, I was just surprised on how much enhancements there are with it. So I do have my coffee. It is Wednesday for me / Thursday for y'all. I do try to film these a day before. And let's see, I normally try to film these in the morning when the kids are at school, but y'all, today was a shit show this morning. Excuse my language. It was a cluster. Yeah, it was a mess. We'll get into that in a second. And today was not a day to film. It's now 4:24 in the afternoon. So we're getting to it now. Hopefully we can get through the whole hour without me stopping and being interrupted, but we'll see what we can do. I do like to have a cup of coffee in the afternoon, about 3:30 or so, 3:30, 4 o'clock. I normally have my afternoon tea. So I have my coffee. So let me go ahead and flip this around. I love her tail, so pretty. I haven't done a round in a while, but I can tell you after doing this round, I always said I liked both, but I think I'm starting to prefer squares, which I never thought that was going to happen, but I think it's happening. All right, let me pull back this plastic. Let's see if y'all can see. Yeah, I'm going to work on this square right here. So I've got these three, and then we'll be done. I'll move this over here so y'all can see. How's that? And you can see Craftibly right there. And my magnet, hopefully my other piece of my magnet is back under here. And yep, there it goes. Okay. Also something else different today. So let me know how it sounds. I did my first video yesterday with it. I bought a little microphone, a little lapel microphone. I've been using I use my phone to film, just my iPhone, and I was using the speaker from that. But I noticed, sometimes it didn't sound as good as some others. And I had, my friend Katie with Diamonds and Washi, in one of her whip and chats, she had mentioned that her cat was chewing on had chewed her cord because they just got a new kitty, that her cat had chewed on her cord for her microphone. And I was like, ooh, that's why her video sounds so good. She has a microphone. Let me ask her. So I asked her and she sent me the Amazon link, and it was very affordable. I just had to buy it, and then I bought a little adapter for my iPhone. It just clicks right in. So hopefully it sounds okay. I did my first video with it yesterday. I did the shimmering canvases unboxing, and I think it sounds okay. I thought I had a little too close on my shirt, so this time I've got it down a little bit further. I'm wearing a V-neck t-shirt, so I kind of have it down but I was going to ask Katie, if you're listening, where do you attach yours to? So, and I did notice in my video yesterday that the cord from the microphone was kind of dangling in the video and on the painting. So I'm just not used to working with anything with wires and cords. So I kind of have it over here to the side, but y'all let me know how the audio sounds. Is it too loud, too close up, too, whatever. Just let me know so I can kind of tweak that a little bit. So yeah, that's one of the enhancements that I've made recently. I always try to improve and enhance where I can, but also, if it's not broken, don't fix it, right? And I also don't need all the fancy schmancy, all the equipment that I used to think I needed when I first started. I was like, okay, if I get to a certain number, then I want to buy this. And I have, upgraded a little bit here and there. And what really helps me with my upgrades is the support that I get from my Patreons. So if you weren't aware, so small plug, I do have a Patreon, and it's like the foundation of my channel. We have this core group of, our little own community, and you get behind the scenes content. And depending on what tier you sign up for, there's monthly Zooms that we get together. We see each other face to face. There's quarterly gifts, annual gifts. I send birthday cards out to everybody. So just, and I've really become good friends with a lot of those folks. So if you just want a way to support the channel, or, monetarily, or just, get behind the scenes content, get to know me better, I can get to know you better, then please, think about signing up. It used to be Patreon, which I'm glad they changed. They used to be where they would charge you at the beginning of every month, no matter when you signed up. Well, they have changed that. If you changed your billing options, which I did. And so whenever you sign up is the day that you'll get billed every month. So I used to worry about someone, signing up at the end of the month, getting charged, and then getting charged again the very next day, if it was the new month. But we don't have to worry about that anymore. So, all right. But yeah, definitely go check that out. It's a lot of fun. Okay, so let's see. Where should we start off? A lot has happened, of course, right? Always something's happening around here. It's so crazy. Sometimes I try to take notes of things that happened during the week so I don't forget about things when I talk to y'all. And I'll start writing a few notes and I'm like, are you kidding me? Can't I just have maybe a week where it's like, nothing really went on this week? It seems like there's always something. And I always feel bad. I'm like, they're going to think that I'm just full of drama over here or making this stuff up, or I don't know, y'all. It's always something. But I guess if you have 3 kids and 3 dogs and a husband, Ooh, and that reminds me, I had a hamster. I wonder if anyone's checked on the hamster lately. Oops. Might need to do that. Yeah. So what happened was, let's see, we talked last Wednesday, Thursday, around that time frame. The kids had gone back to school last week after winter break. Things were great. Everything seemed fine. And then all of a sudden, Friday morning rolls around and Ryan, my oldest, my 17-year-old, comes to me and says he doesn't feel well. And y'all, he's had a habit in the past. I'll make sure y'all can see it on the door. Let me zoom in just a little bit, just so I can make sure y'all. Sometimes it slides down, so I'm moving it closer to me. He's had a tendency in the past to, say he's not feeling well just to get out of going to school, and missing a lot of school and all that good stuff. So I'm always reluctant when he tells me, he can't go to school. I'm like, buddy, are you sure? He's like, I really don't feel good. And I can tell he sounded a little congested. And I thought, you know what? Okay, I'm taking you to the doctor. We'll get a doctor's note. It'll get excused. We'll see if you really are not feeling good. Y'all, I felt awful. We get to the pediatrician's office. And so when I called them to make the appointment, I just wanted to let them know that we had recently traveled, because we had gone to Disney World over winter break. We'd got back on Monday night, and here it was Friday, that Friday after. And I just thought he could have picked up something from the parks, from the airport, from traveling. So I just wanted to let them know. And when I told them that, the doctor's office was like, okay, well, we need to treat this as an isolation appointment since you've traveled. And, we need to have you come into the back door. Well, actually, when you get here, call us, and we'll have a nurse come out to your car and then escort you in. I was like, okay. So we're on our way there to the appointment, and they call us, and I'm like, oh no, it's the doctor's office calling us. I'm like, I hope they're not calling to reschedule, cancel, because here we were on the road actually driving there. And she called me, and she said, so just want to let you know that we talked to the doctor, and she said you can just come in the front. Don't worry about it. We don't need to do an isolation appointment. I was like, oh, okay. So we didn't even have masks with us. And I thought, okay, if we need to wear a mask, they'll have some in the front for us, and we'll just put one on. No, not a big deal, because I forgot to grab some. And so we get there, and we check in, and they put us on the sick kid side, which is another thing. He goes to a pediatrician still, and y'all, he's going to be 18 in April of this year. So I think it's time to maybe have him switch to a big kid doctor, to an adult doctor. Because we were sitting there, and there was babies crying and newborns and kids with snotty noses. I want to go, just full of little kids everywhere. And I thought, yeah, I think he's getting to that point where he feels a little weird being in there. And so we go in, and they come in, and they're like, okay, so mom, so they asked him, his symptoms and everything. And he tells them, and she's like, okay, mom, are you okay if we do all 3 tests? And I kind of looked at him, and I looked at me. She goes, we're going to do strep, we're going to do Panera, and we're going to do flu. And I was like, sure. I'm like, are you all right with that, buddy? I'm like, I'm sorry. I know it's a lot of swabs. And he goes, no, I know. We need to find out what it is. I'm like, we do. So they did. Poor guy. He got so red-faced and watery eyes. I'm like, did she go up really far? He's like, yes. But he got his mouth swabbed, his nose swabbed. So we're sitting there. It felt like forever, probably a good 20 minutes, just sitting in the waiting room. He's on his phone. I'm on mine. And they come in, and the nurse comes in with a small handheld, air purifier. One, I've seen the big tower ones before, but I've never seen a little small one. And she comes in holding 2 masks, and she comes in with her mask on. She goes, well, buddy, you tested positive for the C. I'm like, oh no, the Panera got him, y'all. Yes, he tested positive. He did test negative for strep and for flu, so that was good. But yeah, he got sick. And here he had just gone back to school after being gone from last semester. He was going to, a different program for mental health. And then here he is finally going back to regular school after months. And he was only back for 3 days. And then he got that. We're like, oh, that's the last thing he needed. He was just kind of getting back into the groove. The anxiety was, going away a little bit about being back at school. So yeah. So they're like, okay, you got to quarantine for 5 days. You can't go back to school till Wednesday. I was like, okay, so he missed Friday. So that's 1 day. He's going to miss. No, they had off Monday. So that was good. So he's just going to miss 2 days. So that happened. So he's stuck up in his room, which a 17-year-old, boy, he's like, oh, that's not going to be a problem. We were kind of laughing with the doctor. She's like, cause she was saying she had it recently. And she's like, I was going stir crazy being in my bedroom, quarantining. And I looked at him, he looked at me, and I was like, that's not going to be a problem for him. He stays in his room anyways, gaming and talking to friends. So it's all good. So I just brought him food, and he would come down with the mask and, come and hang out with us for a little bit. But yeah, he got sick. The rest of us tested negative, so that was good. So that was Friday. Saturday. Okay, so let's talk about, I got a basketball update. So my daughter Lou, who's 10, started playing basketball, I don't know, about 6 weeks ago or so, maybe a little bit longer. It was just like a little rec league till February, just to kind of, see if she liked the sport. She'd never played basketball before. And a lot of y'all knew about it because I had to reschedule some of my lives or cancel some of them because of basketball practice or her basketball games. Yeah, no more basketball. She doesn't like it. She's like, no, it's too much running, because she does have asthma. And I guess I didn't realize, I never played basketball, but I never realized how much running there actually was. And she doesn't know anybody on the team, and she just was not feeling it, y'all. And I kind of went back and forth on, is it okay to just let her quit? But I thought at the same time, I'm not going to force it if she doesn't want it. And it is dangerous for her because I always have to bring her inhaler, and she gets really red-faced and out of breath, and it's a little scary. So I think, so now we're going to try volleyball, maybe the next sport. She's tried everything else pretty much since she was 5. 4 or 5, we've started soccer and softball and cheerleading and gymnastics and, all the things, but we haven't tried volleyball yet. So yeah, sad. I know some of y'all have been really, really sweet asking about her basketball games and how basketball's going. So yeah, it's not really. And she asked me, she goes, so, are you mad that I quit? I'm like, no, I'm not mad. I understand. It was just for you to try and see if you liked it. She goes, was it expensive? Did you have to spend a lot of money for me to play? I'm like, it's okay. It was just, it's all right. Don't worry about that. I got you. And it wasn't very expensive. It was just a little 6-week league, or 6 to 8 weeks. I don't remember. But yeah, so I kind of need to tell the coach, because I've kind of left him hanging, which I know is not the right thing to do. But I was like, every week I keep thinking she's going to go, and she doesn't go. And I'm like, I'm not even telling the guy. He's probably like, what the hell is wrong with this kid? She's flaking out on us. So yeah. Saturday, I don't remember what I did on Saturday. I didn't take a whole lot of notes this week. So if I'm kind of like, I don't know, I figure we'll just wing it. I don't have to have notes all the time. I mean, I don't have scripted notes anyways to verbatim. Obviously that would be really hard to take an hour's worth of notes. But, I just have little bullet points sometimes of some of the highlights. But no, there was nothing for Saturday. And then Sunday was so fun. Well, not this part, but my husband and I went to Costco. Had to do that. Got food for the week. And then my live was the fun part. Super fun, you guys. They always are. You never know what direction they're going to go in. We ended up on the subject of girls getting their period, which, was very, very fun and very cool. And it was some good insight because I might be dealing with that soon. And, I've got 2 older boys, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? How does this all work? Because it's been a long time, right? And everybody's different. It's been a long time for me. So I was like, what should I do as a parent? What's the best way to tackle this? And so that was really cool. But my favorite part of the live was somehow, some way we got on the subject and the topic of what everyone did for a living, okay, outside of diamond painting. And a lot of people were professional diamond painters, which that's me. There's nothing wrong with that. But I had no idea what, outside of the hobby, what other people do. And it was so cool to find out. So for those of you that were there, thank you again for opening up and for, letting all of us know a little bit more about you. And that was the thing, that's a huge part of people's lives. And I've gotten to know a lot of y'all. You come every Sunday and we hang out. And I, with so many people on the live, sometimes it's hard to get to know people, a little bit more. But now I feel like I know everybody just a little bit more because I got to find out what you do, and a lot of teachers and a lot of cool jobs. And then of course there's the stay-at-home moms like me, which is such an important job. I'm not going to downplay it. I know we all say we're lucky, but it's not easy. It's a lot of work. But yeah, everybody's job is hard, no matter if you stay home or not. You know, being an adult is hard. Let's just put it that way, right? Adulting is hard. Being parent is hard, you know, all those things. So yes, so it was really, so if you haven't seen it yet and you weren't able to be there, it still is, it's on the channel. So if you want to go watch the replay, go ahead and go rewatch it. Went a little longer than I normally go. I normally just try to end the lives at about an hour and a half, because that seems like kind of a good time. But this time we were just going and going, and I was having a great time, and somebody said they were going to head out. And I looked at the clock and it was like an hour and like, I don't know, 45 minutes, almost like 2 hours. I was like, oh my gosh, I've been going on for so long. So I let everybody go and we made dinner, but it was nice Sunday, because a lot of times Sunday night I'm starting to stress about, you know, school the next morning and dinner and laundry and lunches and, you know, all the stuff. But I was like, I'm good. I don't have any of that stuff I have to worry about. I get to sleep in. So yeah, got to sleep in Monday morning, which was very, very nice. I didn't do anything Monday, did I? No, don't remember. I think I did some laundry, probably did some dishes, probably did some diamond painting. Oh yeah, I think I worked on this quite a bit. Okay, speaking of diamond paintings, let's go ahead and talk about the diamond painting that I was working on. And I'm not telling you this to toot my own horn. I'm not telling you this to be like, ooh, look at me, I'm so nice. That's not why I'm telling you this. I just felt like I had made a big deal about the painting, and you know, that I had worked on it and I couldn't wait to work on it, and I didn't want to leave anybody hanging. But the painting I was working on, I had just finished the first row, because I started at the bottom. So I had finished the bottom row, and it was an awesome experience. For those of you that hadn't seen it yet, I was working on a Diamond Art Club. It was a discontinued kit, and I had bought it from my friend Steph from, she was doing a destash, but she alerted me to it because she knew it was my unicorn. Now, when we say unicorn, that's just like the one painting that you've been looking for, right? That you really, really want. And I'd been looking for that for a really long time, and she had it, and I was able to get it from her. So I was working on it, and hold on a sec. All right, I'm back again. I did look to see how much time we had been on that first recording before I had to pause. I just wanted to kind of keep track of how much time, so I don't go over an hour. So yeah, okay, back to the painting. I was going to show y'all what I do sometimes. If you want to see, if you use micro glue dots in your single placer and the sticky starts to kind of fade a little bit, you can just get your tweezers and you just flip the glue dots. It's like a big booger. Ugh. And you just flip them and you get new sticky. I use my tweezers just to stuff them in there. We'll see if that works, because I was noticing I was having to press down quite a bit. I don't even know if y'all can see what I'm working on. I don't know if my lighting's that good. Hopefully you're not really watching, you're just listening to the sound of my voice. Okay, so where were we? Oh wait, the unicorn. Yes, so I had, so when I had first done, a few months ago, I did a stash video. And I got a message from a woman in Canada, and she was wondering if I was going to be destashing something about her, which was the Mandy Mazzano painting I was talking about. And I said, oh no, that's, no. And she's like, okay, she was very nice about it. She's like, I didn't think so, I just thought I would ask. I was like, no worries. Because in that video, I left it very open-ended. I was like, hey, if there's anything y'all want, anything you see that you're interested in, just send me a message. So, so she, so I talked to her then. And then I did an Instagram post on my completed row that I had done on the painting. Oh man, I just spilled a bunch of drills, y'all. If you were watching, oh man, maybe I shouldn't have said anything. You wouldn't even noticed. Hold please. I was getting too exciting. I was getting too excited. I'm getting too exciting. All right. Best trick is just use your fingertips. Just pick some up. Don't try to like pick them up with your fingernails. Just let your fingers just do the work. Did I get them all? Oh gosh, there's a straggler. Okay. So I did an Instagram post of my progress of that first row. I only try to do like one row at a time, like intervals if I do any update post progress pics. So I did that, and she sent me a message. This was I think last week, and she's like, hey, it's me. And I was like, hey. And she's like, so have a question. She goes, I have a huge favor, and if you don't want to do it, I totally understand. You don't have to. And I was like, wow, she's just so nice. Here's what she wanted to do, which blew my mind. So she really wanted this painting, right? Well, she had, if you're familiar with the painting, it's got, I'll pop it up on the screen and show y'all while we're talking. So in this image, it's got Ariel and Prince Eric in a boat, right? It's the scene where, he wants to kiss her. And Diamond Art Club also came out with a similar painting. I don't remember the Minion Love, I think is the name of it. But it's where they have the two minions in the boat, kind of recreating that same scene. So she had that painting, and she was wanting to change out the image, change out the minions to be Ariel and Eric. So she was wondering if I could take a close-up of that part of the canvas and then take a picture of the legend so she can see what colors, right? And then what symbols in the painting. I was blown away. I was like, you really are gonna do that? I can't even imagine, y'all. That seems incredibly difficult, if not really impossible. I guess you could do it, but I was like, oh wow. And I sent her pictures, and she just was very, very thankful. She said, I really appreciate it. And as we were talking, it just came over me. I was like, you know what? I got a crazy thought. She's like, what? I said, well, I know I've already completed one row of it, but do you want this? So you don't have to go through all the trouble of trying to change out your other painting. I'm like, do you want this? And she goes, oh my gosh. I think it's her either granddaughter or niece. I don't remember, y'all. So Karen, if you're watching, sorry, but she is 7. I think she's 7 years old. And she had done, Karen had done Ice Princess. So one of the princess panels for this little girl for her room. And she loved it. And so she sent me pictures of her actually like holding up the Ice Princess painting and diamond painting. And she's just the cutest thing. And she said she really loves The Little Mermaid. And she wanted to do the painting for her. It was just, yeah, let's do it. So the only difficult part was I couldn't just like ship the box to her because I had already kitted it up, right? Because I had already been working on it. So I had 2 Harbor Freight containers that I was using. And I just was able to take it to UPS and just find a bag that would fit the 2 Harbor Freight box containers plus the painting. And so we made it work. She paid for shipping. So that was very, very nice of her. She's like, no, that's the least I can do. I was like, awesome. So y'all, you know what? I got to experience it. It's a beautiful painting, just beautiful. I'm happy that I had the chance to do that. And I'm happy that I had the chance to, pay it forward and share the love. So, this community is just, I love it. I love you guys. And if there's anything I could ever do for anyone, I want to do it. So yeah, that was my good deed for the day. So that painting is gone. So I was kind of bummed. I'm like, well, because I went to my logbook when I started this one and I'm like, how do I log that in my logbook? I did a row. So I didn't really, get any credit for like doing a painting at all. And I'd been working on it for a couple weeks, I think. And I was like, okay, so that's why I decided to start on this one. Because I thought, okay, it's smaller. I kind of want to just move on, knock something out, and then work on another painting. So yeah. So I don't have that one anymore. And what else, y'all? So that was last week. Let's talk about next week. Let's talk about next live. So I will go live again this Sunday, and I have a very special guest. They're all special, you guys. And if you're one of my guests and you're watching, you are special. I love you guys, and I have a really cool guest it's going to be something a little different. Not to say we can't still have fun and cut up and do whatever, but we are going to have a particular topic that we're going to talk about, which is not something I normally do. I normally don't have something kind of scheduled. Sometimes we'll play a game or, something like that, or if it's, holiday themed. So the person I'm going to have, my guest, she has a channel. She has a YouTube channel. So I'll go ahead and have it linked down in the description if you want to check her out before the live. She's fairly new to YouTube. So I love to introduce new subscribers. And her name is Kimmy _ Queen of Crafts. Kimmy is awesome. We've really become really good friends. I've gotten to know her over time. How we met was through my stash video. I think is the first time I had ever talked to her. She was interested in some of my paintings, and we just kind of started up a friendship. And because I don't think it happened before then. And then we talked the other day, face to face. And so what she's going to be doing is, one of the reasons why I wanted to have her on, one, just to show you guys how awesome she is, and you definitely need to go check out her channel. But two, she is going to be hosting an event later this year. And I wanted to get the word out because I think the event is incredibly important. And her event, she's still nailing down the dates, which we'll talk all about that. I'll let her, talk more about, her event, all her stuff. But she's going to be doing a mental health event. So we're going to be talking about mental health, which is incredibly important. And unfortunately, it's still a stigma. There's still a stigma around it, which is so unfortunate. And I know that from my personal experience that I've experienced, this last year with my son, or last year, I should say now, with my 17-year-old and everything we went through with him, I just thought it'd be really nice. And I know others have done this before, but I wanted Kimmy to come on. She is so, if you listen to her whip and chats and just her videos, especially her whip and chats, she's so elegant, and her voice is so calming, for one. So if you like that nice soft voice, you'll love her voice. But she is just so smart, and she's got some really good words of wisdom. I don't know how to describe her, but you'll see. So try to come to my live if you can. It will be, like I said, this Sunday at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I'll make sure I do a thumbnail and everything. But yeah, I'll link her down below. And she does a ton of cool unboxings and whip and chats and all the things. So let's show her some love. Let's show some other creators in the community some love, because she deserves it. She's just a good person, and she's one of those people where she's like, you know what? You shouldn't complain, because when you complain, it's not fixing anything, and it's not, she always says she's well, and you'll have to get to know her, and I know you're going to love her. So yes. So, and we're going to be talking about, basically anyone that's listening will hopefully get some value out of it. And obviously a disclaimer that we will say during the live, and I'll say now, we are obviously not medical professionals, but, we'll just kind of give, our, talk about our challenges, and we hope, and things that we've been through and our perspective. And, maybe if some of you during the live would feel comfortable enough, maybe opening up and sharing some of your experiences. So, if you feel comfortable with that. But yeah, I just, she's going to be doing a mental health event in either August or September is what she's shooting for. I think either one of those months. So she's now working on sponsors. So if anyone out there is, wants to support her event, I know she would love that. And you can contact her, like I said, I'll link her down below. Yeah, it's a really good cause. And I know so many of us, especially in this craft, deal with mental health. And I wouldn't say struggle with it, because I don't want to sound like it's a struggle. It's not fun, right? It's not always fun. But it's something that it's so important, and it's getting talked about more, which is good. But I really had an eye opener. I'll tell you what, with everything that we went through with my son and how hard it was to find counseling and psychiatrists and therapists and help. It just was hard to find help. It was not easy. Yeah, it wasn't easy at all. So that'll be one of the topics that we'll talk about. We'll just kind of shoot the shit with her and get to know her better, and I'll have some questions, some icebreaker questions, so y'all can get to know her a little bit better. But yeah, and she's a fellow Texan, so that's fantastic. So y'all are gonna love her. Yeah, she lives in San Antonio. Sorry, Kimmy, I just gave away your location, because I'm in Dallas and she's in San Antonio. So maybe one day we'll get to meet in person. That'd be really cool. I think she was here for a scrapbooking expo or retreat, I think, at some point, but I didn't get a chance to meet up with her. Speaking of meeting up with people, I was so bummed. Oh yeah, we finished a square. I know, they're like little baby squares, but we did it.
I found this on the web.
Oh, she found this on the web. My watch. All right, let's see where we're at with time. Oh, interruption number 2. Hi, can I help you?
Are you done?
No, I'm not done yet. I'll check my time. Let's see how long, y'all. Are we done yet? We're not done yet. I got a few more minutes. Alrighty, I'm back. Oh my gosh. I don't even know why she came in here. Oh, she just wanted to know, are you done? She's driving me crazy, y'all. All right, so if you want to look up for a second, I don't know if you've ever seen anybody do it. I'm sure you have, but I'm going to go ahead and cut back the plastic on the next square. And you know, these little pen cutters, they just have the tiniest little blade, so I just kind of go up against the washi tape as my guide. And you don't cut the canvas. You can push down pretty hard. And it just peels it back. Craftibly's plastic is so thick, it's nice. Yeah, I just kind of bend it down. Oh yeah, my washi tape, I don't know. I think it came from Craftibly from their toolkits. I know it's not simply gilded. And then you gotta get your magnet and scooch it over underneath, and then you're good to go. All right, let me see if y'all can see me. I gotta make sure I'm not. And I'm sorry I keep kind of, because for me, almost like when I write, I turn my paper, I kind of, you know, turn it a little bit diagonal. And I feel like I want to do the same thing when I'm painting, but I'm trying to keep it straight for y'all. All right. And hopefully the glare is not too bad. Hopefully the lighting is good. I don't have my blinds open. I don't have my filming light on. I just have my overhead light that I diamond paint with. All right. So let's talk about Mermaids and Magic in March. Okay. I'm super, super excited. It's coming up. I went back and looked to see my last year's video and kind of, you know, what all I said and how it all went, because I kind of forgot. It's been a year and I just wanted to kind of see. And I had put out that video 1 year ago today. I was on top of things, y'all. It was on the 18th and today's the 18th for me. So yeah, a year ago today I did like a little, you know, just, you know, save the date type of thing. It didn't have a whole lot of details, but at least let y'all know to, you know, it's coming, so people could have time to order their canvases. Now, this is going to be the second year that I'm hosting this with my best friend. You can call me Butter, which is Randy. And Randy I was sick. If y'all watch my last video, I was sick from Disney. And I got home and I didn't want to get her sick because we were supposed to get together. And I just got home and I was like, I don't know if I still wasn't feeling 100%. So I didn't get a chance to see her. And then she got sick. So we have not had a chance to really like sit down and like talk about the event again. I mean, from what we have talked about, it's not really going to be any different than last year. So if you are curious, what I can do is I'll put in last year's video just as a placeholder for now. I will be doing a new video. I just want a chance to kind of touch base with Randy and just make sure we're on the same page again. And she doesn't want to, you know, that we don't want to change anything or, you know, update it or upgrade or, you know, make it better than last year. But last year was so fun. We had a great turnout, some wonderful sponsors. And it sounds like, you know, I have talked about it a couple times lately and it's come up in lives and stuff. And it sounds like a lot of people are going to participate. So I think the word is out there. I know we're on the spreadsheet, the event spreadsheet. But yeah, so I hope y'all can join us. It's going to be, like I said, just the month of March. And it's anything mermaids, of course, because I love mermaids. And then the other component to make it open to more people, of course, is the magic part. So anything fantasy, unicorns, butter, you know, anything, fairies, you name it. And if you have any questions and if you want to know if your painting will work, please just shoot Randy or myself, you know, a message on Instagram or email or on a comment on here. I will tell you though, we're not sticklers. I mean, we want it to be fun, you guys, you know, these events should be fun. So and there will be prizes. So I can tell you right now, I do have 2 sponsors set up so far that have said yes. So I'll go ahead and announce those because it's exciting. I don't think I've told Randy yet. So Randy, if you're listening, I don't know if you listen to all my videos, but if you're listening, girl, we got some people. We have one of our sponsors that sponsored last year. I hit her up again and she said absolutely. And that is none other than Siobhan, my good friend Siobhan. She has some gorgeous Coverminders. She has an Etsy shop. I'll have her link down below. So she is going to be our sponsor, and she was our sponsor last year for Coverminders. The way that I try to do my events, or our events, are, you know, we try to keep the categories, one company per category. Just, you know, so it's fair. That's, you know, I just found out that's just kind of the best way to do it. So she's going to be our Coverminder sponsor. And I got verification yesterday from our tray sponsor. We are going to be having trays provided to us from Munimade. Yes, y'all, the Munimade trays, the hard to get, hard to come by, the oh so precious. I'm so excited. Em over there is going to be donating a large and small tray, a set to me to give away on my channel, and a set for Randy to give away. So, it'll be 4 weeks, right? So it'll be, weekly giveaways every week. There'll be US and international. So of course we'll have some, when it comes to international, we'll have some gift card components and all those type of things. So yes, that's just kind of preliminary, what's been happening so far behind the scenes. So yeah, I need to get my butt in gear because it's coming. I feel like February is coming up quick too. I am going to be going to the Red Boot retreat in February. I went last year. A lot of people know it as the No Frills retreat. It's the only one I've ever done, and it was great. I didn't need the frills. So yeah, it's in Hillsboro, which is about 45 minutes from me to an hour, so not too bad. And there's going to be some folks I get to meet. I'm so excited to meet a bunch of people. Some of my Patreons that I've met before, that I've never met, that I've talked to for the last 2 years or more. So really looking forward to it. One of my friends, Carly, it's her birthday. Her actual birthday is going to be when we're at the retreat. So I got her something, and so I'm going to be bringing that with me. Just came in yesterday. I'm very excited. I would show y'all, but I can't because she might be watching. But yeah, so I got her some fun stuff for her birthday, and I'm so happy she's going to be celebrating her birthday with us. And it's her first retreat, so she said she's a little nervous. I'm like, don't worry about it. You'll be fine, which is totally normal. I was very, very nervous, and I will be this year too, And what really would make me nervous is this retreat that I went to, the crafting space, the crafting room that everybody was in, a huge room. The bedrooms were just down the hall from it. It was all one big, almost one big warehouse, okay? And they had these halls that had rooms in them, but then you go down this one hall and there's the big crafting room. So it's all together. So, I would wake up and I'd have my pajamas on, and you're kind of sharing a bathroom with other people and sharing a room with other people. Well, I didn't know if I should come out in my pajamas because I normally don't get dressed first thing in the morning. Wake up, go get my coffee, lounge for a little bit, diamond paint. This is all done in my pajamas. And I'm like, I've heard people wear their jammies during retreats, and I also felt really uncomfortable walking out first thing in the morning and I don't know, having people look at me and say hello, and I don't know, you guys. I can be socially awkward, and it felt uncomfortable, and it happened every single morning I was there. It's like, when is this going to feel normal? It's just, no one has seen you. You've been sleeping all night, and you're just waking up, and they're like, good morning, and I don't know, I just wanted to kind of slink into my seat, not have to talk to anybody. I know that sounds awful. And then last year, at this retreat, I got an entire diamond painting done, which, I'm not a fast diamond painter. I guess I'm I don't know. I don't know what speed I'm at. I don't know. I'm not fast. So I don't think I'm super slow. Maybe just in the medium, moderate. I don't know. But I would go through times at the retreat where I was social overload, right? And I just wanted to diamond paint quietly. And it seems like most folks were visiting and socializing for the majority of the time. And sometimes I would just kind of go off on my own, which is fine. I don't think, but I was like, gosh, I hope they don't think I'm a bitch, just kind of going off a little bit. I just needed a break, and I just needed to take a little breather. So if I will be meeting at the retreat in February and I do that, I'm not mad. I just have to get my second wind, right? I just have to get yeah. But y'all, I can chat with the best of them though. Y'all know this. I can chat it up. And drink. There were some drinky poos last year, which was super fun. Someone in particular brought shots, and I'm like, what? I thought this was like a chill crafting retreat. Y'all are crazy. So I loved it because I'd stopped at the liquor store. Because again, I was driving, so I stopped at the liquor store beforehand and got some, wine and some stuff for mixed drinks to share with people if it was going to go that route. And yeah, so I'm so happy I get to go again. It's at the end of February, so it's coming up, and so I kind of have to be prepared for that. And at the same time, in March, beginning of March, almost pretty much after I get back from that retreat, we're going to Disney with friends. We're doing our spring break trip that we always do with our friends and their family, and that's going to be in March. So yeah, it's going to come pretty quick, but maybe that's a good thing. I won't have time to stress about it. So yeah. But that's really it for, I don't know if there's anything else exciting going on in January. Oh, I was so bummed. This is what I was going to tell y'all before I got interrupted. On my live on Sunday, Municorny was there, and which congratulations to her. She did a reveal video, what she's having. She's having a baby, y'all. Yes, but the sex of the baby was revealed. So I don't want to say it. If you want to go back and watch that video, go check it out if you haven't. And she was on my live afterwards because she went live before. And so she was able to hop in and we were talking and she was like, yeah, I'm going to be at this furniture store tomorrow. And y'all, it's right by my house. And Munimade and we probably live, I don't know, I've never met her in person, but we've always talked about one day getting together. She probably lives about 30, 45 minutes from me, maybe about, so it's not that far, but she was going to be in town. And so I was like, yeah, maybe we can get together for lunch tomorrow because the kids were off school. So I thought maybe we could swing it, but Randy was sick and I didn't want to meet M without Randy, so I was like, I was kind of bummed because I was like, I wanted to meet her, but yeah, so hopefully it'll work out, because I want to get her a baby gift. Definitely. It's her first baby. So, she doesn't have anything. And if I remember, I didn't get a chance to watch the whole video yet, but I think she's got like a registry. So if you want to go help her out, she's great. I'm sure a lot of y'all know who that is. What else? If y'all, I try to throw it out there, for anyone that wants to join me live. I was just thinking about that because, Em has joined me and Kimmy's coming on. And, if I have reached out to you and if I have, tapped you on the shoulder and be like, hey, I want to have you in my live and I haven't set anything up with you yet, I apologize. I had too many guests, I think like back to back last year. And it was like a full month of people. And I just, and then I started asking a bunch of other people and everybody was so nice. Everybody's like, yeah, I'd love to. No one said no. But then I just kind of left them hanging. So if you're one of those folks, or if you're a new folk that I haven't talked to and you do want to be on my live and you're interested, just send me a message. Y'all, even if I've talked to you before, send me another message going, hey, did you forget about me? Yo, I'm still here. Cause I just need a reminder. And y'all, I'm bad. I'm a bad friend sometimes. Randy could tell you, oh, y'all, I'm getting crooked. I'm bad about calling people back. I'm bad about talking on the phone. I'm bad about, scheduling things. I'm not very good at it. So I might have asked you, but then I might have forgotten about you or just, haven't set anything up with you yet. So please, just bug me if you're still interested. Yeah, I didn't want to forget about everybody. But I feel like I'm back in the groove as far as routines are concerned. With kids being back at school. I know, Ryan got sick, but he's, doesn't eat a whole lot of, he just kind of chills in his room. I've just been bringing him food, but yeah, everybody's back. I feel like I'm kind of back on somewhat of my YouTube schedule. I have, did an unboxing, which I don't know if y'all saw that. It was super cool. I'm really, really impressed. I did an unboxing, which went out yesterday. Shimmering Canvases, Dawn over there, she is doing some cool stuff. So she sells, crystals and ABs and crystal ABs. And so she started selling diamond paintings. And what she decided to do is she's offering an upgraded diamond painting package. You can just do a standard one or upgraded. And with that upgraded one, you get a ton of special drills. And she tells you where to put them. So the guesswork is taken out of it. So if you're not good at, maybe, which I'm really not good at it, of not knowing where to put, your drills. Yeah, so really, really happy. She surprised me with that because I didn't know. I've never seen one of her unboxings before, so I didn't know what to expect, which was kind of fun. It was like my real, just like someone that was just getting it just like me for the first time, no clue really what was going on. Other than I'd done some research on her website, so I knew she had an upgraded package, but I didn't really know what it was going to look like and how it was going to work. So that was super fun. I don't know what I'm going to work on after this one. I should probably be done with this one. I don't know. Probably in a few days, maybe. I don't know. It's hard to say, but maybe. Today, I thought I was going to diamond paint a lot. I didn't even talk to y'all about today. Oh my gosh. Today, y'all. This morning was awful. Oh my gosh. So it started off with me, hearing my alarm. My alarm goes off at 6 a.m. Instead of hitting snooze, I hit stop. And I wake up on my own at 7:30. No, 7:20. Sorry, 7:20. My daughter has to be at school. We leave for school at 7:30. So we had 10 minutes and she's still sleeping. And I was like, oh shit. So I woke up in a panic. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's going to be so mad at me. She's only going to have 10 minutes. This is not going to be good. Because she needs a lot of time. She needs time to wake up and do the things. And she has her little routine. I'm like, oh, this is so bad. So I go to wake her up and she's like, I'm like, we only have 10 minutes. She's like, my throat hurts. I'm like, okay, you can stay home from school. So I went to her room. Y'all, I was still half asleep myself. And the whole thought of like dealing with her and getting her up for school was like, I can't do it. She said she doesn't feel good. Okay, done. So I walked out of her room. And then I go lay on the couch and I'm dealing with the puppy. You know, got the puppy up, let him out, fed him. And then about 30 minutes later, Nate, my 16-year-old, comes down and he's like, Mom, do you have anything for itchy red eyes? I'm like, what? Your eyes? I'm like, is it allergies? He's like, I think so. I'm like, okay, I'll give you a Zyrtec and I've got some eye drops. So I gave him that. And I thought he was good. He was dressed, he was putting his shoes on. At the last minute, he comes up to me. He's like, Mom, my eyes are really bothering me. I don't even think I can drive. And of course that just, you know, your kid can't drive. They've got to see to drive. That's so dangerous. I was like, okay, fine. Are you sure you can't? Fine. Stay home. And then it was time for Ryan. Oh my gosh, you guys. So then it was time to wake him up. And because again, he's been sick, right? I'm like, this is going to be fun. And I go to wake him up and he's almost in tears. I'm like, what's wrong with you? He's like, I don't know. I'm like, okay, take a shower. Just relax, just breathe. You're okay. You're okay. I'm like, I got to get somebody to school today. Well, I hear his bathroom door open and I hear him like coughing and kind of like a fake cry, fake throwing up kind of sound. And I'm like, oh, he's trying to get out of going to school. Mm-hmm. And he did. I just did fine. So then my husband wakes up. He's like, why is everybody here? I was like, they all had different reasons. Y'all, it was a mess. I was a mess this morning. We need a redo. Can we just start this over again tomorrow? So yeah. So with that being said, everybody stayed home, but I thought Lou was sick, right? Not really. I think it's because just that I woke up late and she didn't want to deal with me either. So she wakes up and she's like, you know, I don't feel good. My tummy hurts. Do we have any ginger ale or anything like that for an upset tummy? I'm like, we don't. And she's like, can we go to like CVS or Walgreens and just like go get a drink? She goes, I just want to get out of the house too. And I was like, okay. Y'all, I fell for it. As we're driving to CVS or Walgreens, she's like, actually, can we go like somewhere else? Like, do you think CVS and Walgreens is going to have ginger ale? I'm like, yeah, they should. She's like, I kind of was hoping we could go to like Walmart. And I was like, Walmart? I thought you were, I'm like, what? And I'm like, well, I actually do need something for dinner because I needed to pick up some baked potatoes because I had chicken already and I had a vegetable, but I didn't have a starch. I was like, oh, or a carb. I'm like, all right. So I could go to Walmart. Us going to Walmart turns into us being there for over an hour and us leaving with a full cart of food plus organizers to organize the pantry. So we spent the next 4 hours. That's why I'm just now getting up here. We organized the pantry. Now it's not fully done yet. But I bought, you know, the cereal, the clear celery, cereal bins, you know, all this stuff you see on Pinterest of people organizing their closets. You know, the pantries, it's the pantry I've always wanted. But y'all, I'm not good with organizing stuff. I don't even know where to begin. It's like too overwhelming. And I kept putting it off. And I even told my Patreons yesterday, I was like, I want to do the pantry, but I don't, you know, maybe I'll do it this week. And she knew I wanted to do it because she wanted to do it too. She told me that her best friend, her mom did it over the holidays. And I'm like, well, I can't have her mom outdo me. So we need to redo our pantry too. We did like the bottom shelf, like the floor where all the kids' snacks were, pulled all that stuff out. And she was great. We got all kinds of little clear bin, so it looks really cute. We'll see if it's gonna stay that way. We still haven't done the two top shelves. That's like where all the baking stuff is at the very, very top because we don't use that very often, especially I don't. And so that one needs to be done. And the shelf below that, which is like, you know, olive oil and the peanut butter and all that stuff and just random Nutella and just random stuff up there. So I kind of like tuckered out after all those hours and she was like, can we take a break? I was like, yeah. But it looks so much better. I meant to take a before picture for my Patreons, but I forgot to, or a little before video. But yeah, I kind of wanted to finish it all in one day and be like, okay, that's done. It didn't happen, but hey, there was some progress done. But it's so funny how we go out to get a ginger ale and we come back with pantry organizing stuff and and we're organizing a pantry. So I'm actually glad she stayed home today because we got some stuff done. And then after that, she's like, can we walk the dogs? And then we walk the dogs because it's super nice out today. The weather is beautiful. Let's see, it is, I'm gonna brag for a sec. The high is 58. So it felt like it was warm out there in the sun, but so pretty. So yeah, hopefully everybody makes it back to school tomorrow. That'll be my goal. 1, wake up on time, start the day off right with getting myself up, because everything just like snowballed from there. It just like all fell apart, starting with me waking up late. So yeah, and of course that's the first thing Lou says to, her dad, to my husband, when he, woke up and asked, why didn't she go to school? She's like, well, Mom woke up like at 7:30. I'm like, no, 7:20. We still had 10 minutes. And my husband just looked at me and rolled his eyes. I was like, ooh. So I kind of got in trouble, y'all. I got in trouble. I was a bad mom today, y'all. I was just like, I'm checking out. I just kind of checked out. That's what it felt like. Oh, well, what you gonna do? It's fine. Yep, it'll be okay. All right, I better let y'all go. I don't know how long this thing's been. I don't know if it's too long or too short. We'll figure it out. So hopefully you stuck with me this whole thing. Yeah, I got some stuff done. Hopefully y'all got some stuff done. And hopefully I was able to keep you company and got to catch up a little bit. So if y'all enjoyed this, give me a big old thumbs up. They really do help. And then if you have not subscribed, it is free. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. And the subscribe button is down below. So click on that underneath the video. And then right next to that, there's a notification bell. And if you click on that little bell, then you'll get notified whenever I post up any videos. And on average, it's about every other day, every 2 days. So plenty of good diamond painting content. Sometimes it's other random things. So just love to have you join me on this journey and just be part of my world here on YouTube. So, okay, y'all, I'm gonna get out of here. What time is it? It's 5:20. I got to start thinking about dinner. And it's wine time. Forget the coffee. We need to move on to the wine. So, all right. Love y'all so much. Take care. And be sure and let me know how you are, okay? All right. See y'all later. Okay. Bye-bye.